Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So today we're going to work with squares, and there's hundreds of square dies on the market. These are all different makes, different styles, different patterns, but this is the set that we're going to use today. So there's just 4 dies in this little set and it's only this big. So let's take a look at what these will cut. Now if you cut all 4 together on one panel from one colour card, this is what you will have. You will have separate frames that can be linked together or used separately. But that's using all 4 together cut at the same time. Now if you use this one on its own, this is what you will get. So you won't get any of these cut out, you'll just get this pattern now on that card. If you use these 2 together, then this is what you will get. And obviously if you use this one, you'll get an even smaller design. And the same with the 4th one. So that is using that on its own. That is using the 2 together. This one will give you this pattern on its own, but if you use it with this one, then you will get that pattern. And then obviously you can mix and match them as you wish. So using different colours and different variations, I have cut myself several of these designs. And we're going to make probably 6 different cards, maybe more. So to start with, I have 3 square cards of various sizes. This is a 6-inch square and these are 5-inch. Now I've used this die and I've used this one, but I've put this one in at an angle, and that will give me that pattern in my card. Now once I've cut my other frame out, it can sit on there, or whichever way around you want to use it. But these are the first 3 cards that I'm going to do. So let's just have a look now at what we've got. We've got this, and that can sit there. Then on this one we've got a piece of parchment. Now from the silver card I've cut this into 4. I've cut this into 4 pieces. So I've just cut it straight down the middle in both directions, and that can sit on there. So this is just varying the die cuts that you've got to give you the look that you want. And this is a pink one that's cut from this large die, and that's just going to sit on there. So the silver card will leave a border around the edge of that. Now for this one I've cut a black mat, I've cut this in gold, and I've used this die to cut this piece out, and that can go either that way or that way on my card. So let's get these first 3 put together and then we'll come back and do some more. So for this pink one I've put down my parchment, I've added my squares on there, they've been cut in half. And this one is being added with foam pads, and that's just going to sit along there, leaving a border around the edge of the silver card. So we can leave that now, and we can add a sentiment to that in a minute. So let's just add the gold one. So we'll add the gold card, we'll add the black card to the base, and that can sit there. Then we can add the gold one to the top. Now you can add it with foam pads or not, it's entirely up to you. That can sit on there. And then in the centre, again with foam pads or without, it's entirely up to you. You can add that to the middle. So for this square card I've added foam tape underneath, and I've added that at an angle. This one also has foam tape underneath, and I'm going to add this one there. Now the fact that that's got a piece missing out the middle won't be seen once I add in this piece to the top, and we'll add that to cover that piece there, and I'll add that with foam pads. So the next card is an A6, and for this I have a small panel that will sit on the front, and that's been put through an embossing folder. Then using these two dies I have cut myself some frames. I've also cut a fourth one, but I've left the middle piece out. Now these are going to be glued together so that they sit like so, and the same with these. So once you have these glued together in twos, you're going to take this one and you're going to place it so that the points are on either side of the points that are already there, and you're going to glue that down, and that will make a really pretty rosette for the front of your card, and that can sit on there. Now again, I'm adding this with some foam pads, and I'm making sure that the points run straight down. So that's an A6 one, and that can now be added to the card base. Now for the other one, we're going to do an A6 again, but this time we're just going to keep it in landscape, and this time we're going to use all these smaller dies, but again we want another layer that will go on the top of that. Now for this one, before I add these in, I'm going to stamp happy birthday along the bottom there, and then once I've done that I'm going to emboss the card with a beautiful folder. So we'll pop this in there, we'll make sure it's straight, we'll make sure it's in the right place still. So we'll have that there. We'll pick that up with the lid, stamp it down, and I think we'll use some blue ink for that. So I've used some chipped sapphire, I've stamped that down, and now I'm going to put this through the machine in an embossing folder. So once that piece has been stamped and embossed, I can add this to the front of my card. And now with some foam underneath these, I can add these to my card. So once we have those two in place, we can add this one now centralised, and that's another card done. So for the next A6 card, I have another panel that I've embossed. That's going to sit along the bottom, and I'm just going to add these three in so that it touches the top and the side, and that one touches the side there, and then this one comes underneath there. So I'm just going to glue those in place, and that will be another card ready to decorate. So for the next A6 card, I have my base, I have my layer that will sit on there, and I've cut one of these shapes from the largest die. Now all I'm going to do is cut this straight down the middle, because obviously that won't fit on that panel. So this is how to adapt this panel to fit your card. So you cut it in half, put the two together and put it on your card, and see where the middle is, and then with a pencil just make a little mark, and you're going to cut that again, and that will give you two pieces then that will sit side by side following the pattern, and they can be added to your card. So for this white panel, I've cut two of these in white, and then I've put them both together, and I've found a piece that will match both ways. So I've cut this on this piece, and that then will make that bigger to sit on this panel on the front of my card. And now if you take one of these smaller panels and add it to your card at an angle, that will hide the join in the white card that's underneath. And again, I'm going to add these with some foam. So that's all the joins in the card now hidden. Now what we need to do now is learn how to extend the die to fit a bigger card. So these are dies that will fit a normal size card. These are made smaller to fit on an A6, and now we need to make them bigger to fit on a 5x7. So the first thing we're going to do is cut our die. So we're going to cut the die. Now I've cut mine in pale pink, and I've just cut it in half as I did with the other one. So cut that in half, and that's going to sit along there. So I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to fit it on there. So in my bit box I've found this happy birthday, and that's going to sit there. But to blend that gold in, I've cut another gold mat, and I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to fit this underneath there so that it has a cascading effect down the card. So I've changed the layout. I'm having the gold at the bottom, then the dark pink, and then the pale pink, and that can sit on the top. And then I've got some pale pink card that I'm going to put in the middle, and on top of that I'm going to put my happy birthday sentiment, and that will be my 5x7 card. So I've fastened these down with tape runner. The top ones I'm going to add on with some foam tape, and this has also got foam tape on it, and that's going to sit in the middle with the sentiment on the top. So you can snip into them as you wish to decorate your cards even more. So we'll add these to these corners there. They all need sentiments on them yet, so we'll add those in. And then from my bit box I've found other bits and pieces that I can add to my designs. So that's a white heart with a blue heart on top. This is a mirror card one. This is a butterfly and some leaves. There's my happy birthday sentiment. So we'll look for some more now to decorate the others, and then we'll add some flowers. So for me now this is the best part, and I've used the same dies throughout. I've used the hello, this is the just for you. I've used the same leaf dies, I've used the same butterfly dies, and I've added them in gold and silver and pink and blue throughout the cards. So this for me now is the best part, adding in the decoration to finish my cards. So I'm going to add some glue to the back of this. I'll add some flowers to the top, and these are in yellow and white just to blend in with the gold. Now do a dry run first, and I've already done my dry run with these to see where I want them. So now I can just pop them in place. Now I'll add my best wishes in there. We'll add the gold leaf at the bottom there, the best wishes in there, and we'll curl the wings on the butterfly. So he's on a white base with a gold body, and he can go in there. So this is my dry run first to see where I would like the things on my cards. So there we've got the leaves, and some more leaves there. I've got just for you to go on top of the heart, and I've got a butterfly. Now I don't know which butterfly to use, whether I use the blue one or the silver one, but that will sit along there at the bottom, and then anything that I've got left over will go on another project. Glue everything in place once you've finished, and then you can start to add your glitter to your flowers and any extra embellishments that you wish to add to your cards. So there are my cards now, all embellished, all glittered up, all got little pearls in the body lines, all ready to send. They've all been created from one small set of square dies. There are 4 dies in this set. So I've varied the look by changing the style of the card, the colour and the arrangement. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please leave me a comment and click the like button. That way YouTube know that you like this kind of video. And why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thanks ever so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.